The NFL is going crazy right now, and even though it is quiet for the San Francisco 49ers, former 49ers players are getting signed and making quite a bit of money. But the most pressing one, and that just went down right now, was Sam Darnold signing with the Seattle Seahawks. There were multiple reports about what the compensation was. It seems like after the dust has settled, Sam Darnold is signing a 3-year, $110 million contract. It appears that 55 million of that will be guaranteed. Again, we've got multiple reports all over the place, so let me just make sure that. So it's 100.5 million over 3 years. It's 55 million guaranteed with 37.5 million in the first year. So that's the official numbers. It was first reported at 110. It comes in at 100.5. So it's basically like the Baker Mayfield deal. So a familiar face will be in Seattle. Obviously, he backed up Brock Purdy before going to the Vikings, and now he finds his way as the starting quarterback for the Seattle Seahawks. Now, this is going to be an interesting development for Seattle because they just traded away DK Metcalf. They don't have Tyler Lockett. They do have JSN still there, but they're in need of some weapons for sure. So we'll see, man. We'll see how that actually translates, but I think for the 49ers perspective, like this, I think this is good for us. Because if there's anyone who knows Sam Darnold and his tendencies, it's the San Francisco 49ers. And just like we saw at the end of last year, you make him uncomfortable and he looks like the old Sam Darnold. So good for him. I'm glad that he was able to leverage last year into a good contract. But I think if you're a 49er fan, you're kind of licking your chops at this. You go from Geno Smith to Sam Darnold. I don't know. I would say it's like a wash. They feel like pretty similar players. Yes, Sam Darnold did beat the San Francisco 49ers last year, but I give a ton of credit to the Vikings defense for really making it challenging for the 49ers last year. So, hey, Sam Darnold, but we also have some other moves across the league that have been going down from guys who have been getting paid. Some other guys who have gotten paid. Defensive tackle Javon Kinlaw signs with the Commanders to a 3-year, $45 million contract with $30 million guaranteed. Also, the Lions signed Jets cornerback DJ Reed, our former 49ers cornerback at one point. They drafted both of these players to a 3-year, $48 million contract. We saw DJ Jones get re-signed by the Broncos on a pretty lucrative deal as well. So, former players that have been drafted by the San Francisco 49ers doing pretty well in free agency right now. Again, the San Francisco 49ers have not made moves. We've seen Elijah Mitchell and also it is Jalen Moore leave in free agency to go to the Chiefs. We also have a situation where you have who's the other player? I'll get back to that one. It was I have it right in front of me. Let me just look at it. It was Talanoa Hufanga who could be potentially signing with the Denver Broncos. So we're waiting on that. But I would say this, you're getting comp picks in return for Jalen Moore, probably a solid one, maybe like a 3rd-round draft pick. With Elijah Mitchell, if he plays significant snaps, I think you'd be able to get him he would enter that comp pick formula as well. And then any player who signs elsewhere, like Charvarius Ward, potentially Dre Greenlaw, and Talanoa Hufanga, they will net back comp picks for the 49ers. So, although it does feel like the 49ers are getting nothing in free agency right now, just keep that in mind that all these guys who are signing, it will come back to them in the form of comp picks. Now, I didn't really expect the 49ers to be in on the initial rush of, free agency. Free agency is where you typically overpay players. Um, because they're going for top of market because you have bidding wars and all these different things. So, not terribly surprised by some of the developments so far, kind of the quiet start to the 49ers, but we'll see. We'll see what happens if they land any players. They need a lot of depth right now. So I would imagine some of the signings that we could see are going to be could be um sorry, some more news is breaking. I'm thinking depth pieces. So we'll see. But let me know what you think in the comments below, and as always, make sure to like and subscribe for more updates.